It's the Global Gardener laughing at us as gardeners. Here's the most expensive way that you could possibly grow food in a, it's very sunny out, like an extremely nice rock circular area that's paved with a fountain in the middle. So you're never going to see this on a farm, really, a vineyard perhaps, but greenhouses back there. But yeah, so all the soil is brought in and juiced up, which is good with compost. But like they have a cover crop in here, Vroma Fava Beans. I guess that's the variety. And there are bees. There's honeybees on them, and bumblebees. And yeah, so the pollinators are enjoying the cover crop, fava beans. Well, I guess you eat the beans too. They're not people's favorite, but they are pretty good, fava beans. But really, they're fixing nitrogen in the soil, and they make a lot of nice carbonaceous material for compost. But to grow them in a rock bed like this is, I don't know, funny to me. Overdoing things to the extreme. But this is a beautiful. What is that? Like a tatsoi or something? Beautiful greens. And they got American lotus in the pond if it's not too glary. Not that those are edible. This is called the edible garden coming in here. They got some herbs in pots. They got potatoes in these mega beds. Bull's blood beets. Edible flowers with pansies. It is. It's a pak choi in the Brassicaceae family. Brassicas being very anti-cancer. Leeks and carrots together. We talked about companion planting in the Atlanta urban garden in the previous videos of a couple days ago. Brussels sprouts, more Brassicaceae, family. Kohlrabi. I actually have a statement on kohlrabi. Let's see if you can see it there. The bulbs, stems, and leaves edible, eaten raw or cooked. A mild turnip flavor and the texture of an apple. Yeah, I guess when they're crunchy. Oh, this is a really neat. This is like a red one, purpley, beautiful. So yeah, all parts of it edible and highly anti-cancer. Ooh, they do have edibles in the pond. They have a water mint. Most mint can grow in soil or in water. In case you didn't know, it's a great water plant, mint. Pennyroyal is one that was found wildly. It's a beautiful kale there, curly kale, and an artichoke. That's an artichoke or maybe a cardoon. If you don't know about cardoon, you eat the stems of the leaves instead of the flower of the artichoke thistle. We got some cauliflower in here, and then more on the companion planting. Oh yeah, and it has a thing about leeks and carrots. Companion plants help each other grow. Here, carrots repel leek moths, while leeks deter carrot flies that damage the plants. Very cool. There you go, leeks and carrots together at last. And then I didn't talk at all about the apples up on the fence. Espalier. It's a French torture method of tying up the branches to the intensively to the whatever fencing to keep them on a border and to prevent them from getting any real height or real fruit loads. Plant torture. Here's blueberries in, these are tall bush blueberries in fall color. Here are grapes in fall color. Here in November. There's some beds that did not get the fava bean cover crop treatment. Can't do it all, I guess, when you're intensively farming the rock beds. Here's my shadow with this is Asparagus Fern. This is what asparagus does when you don't pluck off the fresh spears. You can see the bottom is where the spears are. And they'll develop seeds, and those seeds can become more plants. But it's the roots that really develop the corms, and they grow from there. Here's more empty beds, empty bedded. Here's Hazelnut Contorta. These small flowering shrubs have unique twisting branches. They produce dangling yellow catkins. Catkins. Can you see this with me? Catkins, long slim clusters of flowers that allow the wind to spread their pollen. Catkins. Catkins. It's not the catkin time of year, although these contortas are like lovely in their own contorted way. Here's another intensive racking system outside the wall of the greenhouses. Looks like a weedy vine sort of went up that. Oh no, those are Hearty Kiwi. Okay, they tried to do Hearty Kiwi up here. I don't see the sign for Hearty Kiwi, and I can't remember the botanic name. But those are fun and delicious. The Hearty Kiwi, they're not fuzzy. They're smaller than the kiwis that we're used to, but they're pretty delicious. And they're a little tedious. I've had trouble growing those in the past. If you know any tips on those, leave it in the comments, please. On the Hearty Kiwi. These are some nice big broccoli plants, Brassicaceae. That's a real healthy crop. They must have really juiced up the soil there. What is this? It looks like St. John's wort or maybe hyssop or something like that. These ones here. This is a chorus. They just did a ornamental ground cover there, maybe to sun. Ooh, that was intense. The chorus just as a ground cover. They could have done strawberries maybe, or trying to think of some of the mint edibles down under the Hearty Kiwi. And I did find a sign for the Hearty Kiwi. It says Actinida arguta. So this is one of them. There's several Hearty Kiwis in the. That one is one of the varieties that they chose. Oh yeah, they got several of them here. This is cool. Okay, I'm excited now. Are you excited? Do you know about Hearty Kiwi? What do you know about Hearty Kiwi? I'm always interested to learn what you know. Here's some lighting under there. So they tried to underlight the vines, but then they planted too much acorus and didn't plan for the height of the acorus to block the lighting. So there's a design fail. So the Gouda, China, Taiwan, Hearty Kiwi, Actinida argua, and that one we saw was Issaai, Issaai, and then here's a Ken's Red. So it's a red, because some of them are green. This is Ken's Red Hearty Kiwi, Actinida argua. Oh, I guess that's it. Okay, so there's like 4 that survived and maybe 3 varieties. One of them was unnamed, or 2 of them were unnamed. Truths are first clouds, then rain, then harvest and food, Henry Ward Beecher said at one point, perhaps, and maybe quoted it from somebody else, who knows? Alright, so we're still in the edible garden, which is always my favorite. Here's some thornless blackberries, like we saw at the Atlanta Urban Food Forest. And then here we have rows of, oh no, I thought it was all nasturtiums, but here's the nasturtiums that are edible flowers, very spicy. And here are, maybe it looks like, not cilantro, but celery. Looks like celery, rows of celery. And then these are probably for beans in the other part of the season. Here we got a whole cluster of figs. Desert king fig, Ficus carica, in the family Moraceae. Oh my goodness, is this lemongrass? I'm gonna rub that. Oh, that's lemongrass. Oh, that's wonderful. That's actually one of the, along with lemon eucalyptus is the most Citriodora, the most mosquito repellent, but they say that lemongrass is also has a component that scares away mosquitoes. Cymbopogon, citratus, Cymbopogon. There you go. Poaceae lemongrass, Cymbopogon citratus. And this is, I bet this is lemon thyme. If you've ever, there's lemon thyme and lime thyme. Yep, that's scrumptious. Lime thyme is always funny. We used to plant that as a ground cover because it's just funny. Lime thyme. Lots of jokes ensue from that point. Here's some oregano in a nice ceramic pot. That's wonderful. Oh look, here's ruscus again, like we saw in the last video. And here's a strawberry tree. You can tell with these little bell-shaped flowers, they'll collect dew in there, and if you can find it in the morning and get that dew, it's spectacular. So Arbutus unido strawberry tree. Let's see if this, this sign is like falling over, so I'm just going to pick it up and stick it back in appropriately. Arbutus unido strawberry tree, Ericaceae family. Boom, stick it deeper in the soil so it's not just falling around. Alright, and that was that for the edible garden. Oh, except for they have another quote. Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance. Epicurious. So they have a curiouser and curiouser garden. Cooking zone. Food education about the food garden. So that's a great implementation. Side by side. Here's a persimmon growing just right there. And it actually is persimmon season, but this one is perhaps either too small or already picked over because people sit here in the kitchen going, persimmons. So there we have it. Oh, I see more. Oh, I see pineapple guava is the hedge back there. That whole hedge. All right. And so concludes our enjoyment, I believe, of these are all figs up here that have already either been, yeah, those were picked earlier and now they're in fall, leaf fall. So see you in the next video.